Us Ruiz for regular news, catching up with boxing coach Javier Capetillo and one of his highly coveted boxers, Luke Santamaria. It's been confirmed through your sources, Javier, that your fighter is fighting on October 3rd at the Microsoft Theater. He's taking on Paul Kroll. Talk to us about this upcoming fight for your fighter.
Yeah, no, definitely. He's fighting October 3rd. It was not, another fight, another opportunity that came up. Not another tough fight, another real tough fight. But I think Luke's ready. Luke's ready for this, and he's staying active.
Okay. Paul Kroll is a highly decorated amateur fighter, well known in the Philadelphia area, over 140 fights, 62 fights alone in 2015 with a professional record of 7-0 with 6 KOs. How were you guys offered this fight and against such a strong, fighter like Paul Kroll is?
Well, it's through PBC. Uh, it was through PBC that we got offered this fight, and I want to obviously, I'm always gonna thank Mr. Al Heyman and Sam Watson, Sylvia, and Louis de Cuba, the whole team. The whole PBC team. Even though these are to some, there's some guys that wish they could be fighting right now. Here we are, we're fighting pretty much back to back. I don't think that there's ever an easy opponent. Every opponent is tough. Uh, and even though Luke doesn't have that same amateur background pedigree, like you say, but we'll let his work speak for itself.
He's been learning on the job for so many years, training out of your gym, Javier. I've been a witness of that.
Right. Yeah. And what was that thing, Tyson? Who was it that said that, Tyson? Or I forgot who. Everyone has a plan so they get hit.
Right. First of all, look, I want to congratulate you on being a new father, a brand new father to a new baby girl. How does that feel?
It's an amazing feeling, Ozzy. Yeah, it's an amazing feeling.
So does she let you sleep at night, Luke?
Yeah, she's actually a really calm baby, man. We gotta wake her up to eat. We gotta wake her up. So she's a chill baby.
Okay. Last time I was at the gym, I got the chance to talk with Javier, but you weren't there because you took a week off. Well-deserved week off, by the way. A great performance against Michael Fox, unanimous decision win. Talk to us a little bit about what the night was like for you.
It was a good night for us. We fought 10 rounds for the first time. It was against an opponent that had a lot of height advantage and a lot of reach advantage on me. But can't complain. We fought our hearts out and we got the W. So can't complain.
First time you fought a 10-round fight. Paul Kroll has not fought a 10-round fight yet. He's fought a couple times on Fox Sports. He is the side out opponent. You're the side B opponent. What's going on with PBC lining you up with all these top fighters? Have you guys talked to them and tell them, you know what, I'm just coming off a tough fight, even though it was a unanimous decision win. Do you guys want this fight?
Yeah, we're ready for whatever, you know what I mean? So this game is boxing, So we fight whoever it is, we got a dream, man, and it's the fastest way there, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear what you're saying, Ozzy, as far as like, come on, man, all these other guys get those easy fights, and why not us feed us a little bit. But, I understand. This is definitely a fight that we know it's another big step for us. Also to let them know, are they really interested in us or not?
Yes.
Let's stop playing any games. Because all this, we never say no to them. For the Micah Fox, they switched the opponents. We heard about him in 2 weeks, almost a little over 2 weeks notice, and we never said no. Any other coach probably would have said, wait a minute, he's a lefty, 6'4", whoa. But like I said, we never say no. Obviously, I don't underestimate no opponent. But but let's be realistic. These guys aren't your, they're not your, you know, keep their. I mean, your Crawfords, your
They're
uh,
prospects. They're highly
yeah,
covered
Champion
prospects.
Pacquiao, all the big names. Your Aerospence, it's not, they're not that yet. These just like Luke, I know them as well. They're up and coming. The guy is young. I'm sure he's hungry as well. You know, but obviously it's like we look at it like Mayweather used to say, it's not personal.
Right.
You just in the way where we need to get. You know,
Right.
after that, we get off the ring. We're still friends, and then you could go on with your career. You're still 7-0. You'll be, 7-1. Big deal.
Have you seen any of his fights, Javier or Luke? He's just coming off a victory over Marcel Rivers back in January. He's only went the distance against this guy named Shinard a bunch, another highly prospect from the East Coast area as well. 5'8", 5'9", pretty much the same height for both fighters now. You won't have the disadvantage, Luke, of fighting someone like Michael Fox, 6'4", with a reach advantage, height advantage. You did whatever you had to do to get that victory. This is more like a more evenly match. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, yeah, you're definitely right. It's a more even fight. I haven't fought anyone my height in a minute, so I think we're ready. We're ready, man. We're ready for the big step.
Okay, I got to see the link, Javier, this morning from shout out to the Boxing Boys guys. They do a great job. Sergey Boachuk, he's the highly Ukrainian prospect training out of the Manny Robles stable, the guy that's helping you with the sparring sessions. Luke, talk to us about what that's like. He's a very strong puncher,
Yeah.
undefeated, 17 wins, 17 KOs. What are those sparrings like?
Oh man, it's nothing but him pressuring, man. Him pressuring and throwing punches. So we gotta, and he has a heavy hand, so we gotta, stay on our toes. But it's great sparring, man. Great sparring, and I think he's gonna help us a lot for this fight.
Okay, Javier, with all these strong opponents you guys have beaten in recent fights, Michael Fox, Willie Jones, Marcus Taylor, Timothy Lee back in the day when he was an undefeated prospect as well. Have you had conversations with PBC about what a great signing Luke Santamaria could be for their stable, Javier?
Uh, I think that we talked, but again, after this fight, I gotta really, really maybe make it a little more serious. Maybe they think I'm playing. You know,
Yes.
this kid had to do what he had to do to prove to them. See, nothing's been handed down to him. He's
No.
gone out and won every single fight. You got these kids that, they're in the A side, but they're getting knocked out. Why? Because they blow them up. They
Right.
don't, they get too comfortable. They think I'm the A side. I know fighters that don't want to fight unless they're on the A side. Like, come on, really? Like, the game's changed so much. They're all like prima donnas now. Oh my God, I'm not on the A side, man. If it's too close, they're gonna give it to him. Like, that's not
Right.
true. If you outwork a guy, and you know what, even if they do something like that, the fans are not stupid. You know
Yes.
that. The fans make you or break you. At the end of the day, they're the
Right.
ones who support you. If they see an injustice, they'll tell you, yeah, man,
Yes.
that was wrong. They'll speak on it. So we go in there at the end of the day, trusting in God and trusting in all the hard work that has been done. Like I've always said, they say good luck. Good luck is when, preparation meets opportunity.
Right. When.
And that's what he does. This kid trains, he trains hard, man. I mean, uh,
Yes, I've known Luke for over
guy,
5 years now. So yes,
Sergey. And,
I
and
see.
Sergey's a big hitter. He's 154.
Yes. Right.
He's a big boy, Flaco. He's a
I
strong kid. I mean, that kid, you hit him, you think he's done. Better keep your guard up because he's coming right back.
I was at Manny's gym this past Monday, Javier, and obviously I don't want to disclose the other kid's
Right,
name because he was
right.
getting a whooping. So, but it's so amazing how this guy places his punches, and I mean obviously it's sparring session, so it's not going all out. But once he fights, he goes there to hurt you,
Oh,
and
yeah.
his punches out. Look, you're sparring with
Yeah.
him. it's like they're deadly accurate. And
Yeah,
I hadn't
exactly.
seen that type of a fighter in all the gyms that I've been visiting over the years. That this guy, even though he's sparring, he doesn't waste punches and he hits you with a purpose. It's just like, wow. Yeah. And he's a quiet guy. His English is kind of okay, but he's coming. So yeah.
Yeah.
Look, what was the experience like fighting in the bubble for you? I've already asked that question for to Javier. I want you to tell me what that experience was when you fought Michael Fox and being in the hotel room for so many hours and stuff like that.
It was frustrating, and it's a lot different, you know. Fighting without a crowd and all that. It's a lot different, but I mean, it's pretty cool. It was
Okay.
pretty cool. Yeah, I actually felt like we were in a jail, you know, because we would look out the windows and we'd see everybody outside, but we can't go outside, you know.
Right.
Yeah, 3 meals a day. So
Okay.
it was
Well,
kind of.
what type of meals were you getting? Look,
I think
some veggies, some steaks, some potatoes.
yeah, pretty much spaghetti, teriyaki chicken, you know, stuff like that.
Okay. What were you doing to kill the boredom in your room? What were you guys doing? Watching
Man, I was
games? What,
sleeping and watching TV, bro.
is that
That's
right?
it. That's all we could
uh,
do.
Javier, do you have more information what this October card is looking like? Who's headlining the card? Do you know?
Well, no, I don't. When we first came out on Boxrec, we were like on the top. We were the only
Yes.
10 fight that was showing, and then underneath us was an 8 round fight. But now I know that they took it off of Boxrec, so there's really nothing I can, I don't really know anything else. I mean, just how we are. They tell us who we're fighting, and
Right.
we focusing on that. I
Okay.
hear that they took it down from Boxrec because other people call me and like they get all freaked out. I'm like, dude, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Everything.
On what was it, Tuesday night when I asked you and you told me to look it up, I did, and no, there was nothing, no information whatsoever on who Luke was fighting or the whole card in general. There is the date on PBC on the PBC website and ESPN.com as well. So it is a go, right?
Right, right.
Yeah.
It could be, what I'm thinking, maybe it's because of the testing, coronavirus testing, so they don't want to get too ahead of themselves. I
Right.
mean, last time they didn't announce anything till what was it, like a week before, I think, or 2 weeks they put it
Yes.
on Boxrec.
A
A
couple
week,
days.
a couple of days. So, I
Okay.
mean, we started today our coronavirus testing, and then obviously the following weeks will be twice a week. And then once we get in the bubble, another 2 times.
Every day, no, in the bowls every
No,
day.
well, it's every
Oh
day
yeah, you're
they
right.
they take our fever
Yeah, yeah.
every morning. But
Right.
then the first day we get there, they do the test, and then we can't leave our room at all. We're quarantined 100% till the following day till we get to clear that we are corona free.
Okay. What days are you sparring Sergey Bohachuk? Look, because I know he's got a fight coming up on September 26th. They don't want to tell me who they're fighting because it's not official yet. So how many times are you sparring him?
We're sparring them 3 times a week.
Okay. You
Monday.
go to Manny's gym, or does he
Yeah,
come to
we
your
go down
guys'
to
gym?
the gym. Yeah, we
Okay.
go down to the gym.
So this week was your first week sparring him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Javier, you got to see how much exposure Luke Santamaria got out of the Michael Fox fight. Obviously you've been getting calls, interviews, requests for your young fighter. People from all over the East Coast, they got to see who Luke Santamaria is. How does it make you feel knowing that you have this prospect of yours that you've been developing since he was pretty much a teenager up to his early 20s that he is now?
No, I mean this kid knows, and everybody in the team knows that we've always been very proud of him. I mean, we always demand more because we know where he wants to get, and to get to where he wants to put him where he wants to be. There's gonna be a lot of work, a lot of tears and everything, man. Because this kid's gone through a lot, but he knows it's his dream too. It's not just that we put our part as coaches and the team behind him. It's not just me coaching. It comes from his home, his mother, his father, his girlfriend, his baby. His sister, his siblings, and the team and the gym. Everybody behind him. I mean, you got a couple of amateurs that are there that are, they're there to support him. And if he needs anything, he knows he counts on them. So it's a whole team behind this kid. But because we know what he wants, he's not that kid that finds excuses of why not to go through something today. And
shout out to the Mendez brothers in your gym. Shout out to Eric as well.
yeah, there you go. David, little David. Yeah, absolutely. And and then to Luke's dad, he helps me with the sprints when the time comes. And because he works, he would like, I'm sure he would like to be more involved as well, but he's got to work. But whenever the springtime comes, he's always involved there with us, and he's the one pushing Luke. Luke doesn't like to go home because he's got it worse.
Why is that? So you're staying in the gym, Luke, or you're staying? Is he staying at your place, Javier?
No, we're staying at a house.
Okay.
We got a house this time,
All right.
So we're gonna stay here at this house. Here, I think we only got 3 more weeks, so probably 2 weeks, and then they'll pull us out, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's always, so there is actually more interaction, more communication with you guys now, spending so much time together now.
Yeah.
Like right now, we're spending a lot of time.
Yeah, right. Because before he was staying in the gym, right, and you go home and then you see him the following day. So now you guys is like just spending more time together now.
No, in the gym I was staying with him.
Oh, you were staying with him. Okay,
I was staying there too. That's why we're happy we both have a house now.
That's right, because of the whole COVID thing, right? Because of the whole quarantining, you guys had to stay in. That's right. Yeah. How is that going along with you guys right now? The house.
I'm on the east. I'm in the west wing. He's in the east wing.
Is that right?
He got the master bedroom.
Okay, that's crazy.
I don't gotta come out at all. I don't gotta see him.
So when is it the CDC come to test you guys again? Tomorrow? Monday?
No, we did it today. So we do it twice a week. For us, it'll be Tuesdays and Fridays.
All right.
Tuesdays and Fridays.
What did you guys do today at the beach? How many miles did you guys? How many miles did you do, Luke?
It's like 6 miles, almost 6 miles.
Okay. So what are we looking at in the next couple of weeks? What's the hardest thing for you to do in the next couple of weeks?
You know what? I feel like the hard part is over, or almost over, which is the mountains and the beach.
Okay.
Those are the hardest part for me because of my legs. I get my legs tired.
I would say not eating.
And not eating.
You gain a lot of weight in between fights, Luke?
Not really. Not this time.
Okay. You just fought on August 8th, so it's only been about a month and a half. So
yeah, not this time. I maintain myself.
It's not that he gains a lot of weight. He doesn't go to 180. I know he said earlier at Boxing Boys, I go 180. That's not. One time he went all the way up to 170. We were mad at him, like, hey, dude, what's up?
Okay.
But he stayed within the weight. It's just he likes eating, and that's the only thing we got to be on him on the scale every day to make sure that his weight is good. But
have you guys tried those meal plans, all these meal preparers all around the area? What do you guys think of those?
You know what? I haven't, because I like for him to eat good. Look what weight he came in for this fight. He made 145 3/4.
Right.
And we were supposed to fight at 147. So the weight is, how can I say, as a coach, I'm always gonna be stressed out about the weight because I don't want mistakes and I don't want him to get hurt. A dehydrated fighter, I don't care how good he is or what kind of talent he has, it won't matter. Dehydrated is very dangerous.
Right.
Well,
could it be that he could easily make 140 if he were to force himself, but if you're more comfortable fighting at 147?
No, he's no. Actually, his dad mentioned that to me a while back, and I told him, no, man, he's at 140, 147. Was I surprised about this 145 3/4? Yeah, because I didn't. With the lowest we have gone was 146, but then there comes, it's a very thin line between when you're at that little limit. It could be half a pound less that takes out your energy. That's it. Yeah, it looks, It looked like, yeah, I could drop more. Yeah, maybe I could drop more, but he won't hold that strength no more.
Right.
You
What
know?
did you guys think about your Denis Ugas fight against Abel Ramos? He's a world champion now. You got to spar with your Denis Ugas, right, Luke?
Yeah, yeah. No,
Okay.
it was a good fight. I watched, I think, the end. And it was a great fight. It was a great fight.
Javier, your thoughts on your Denis Ugas' performance? His win. He's a
Oh
world
no,
champion
no,
now.
it was good. It was good. I think he was doing great. I mean, he did get caught 2 times. About 2 times he got caught. We know this. We know that guy hits hard, but he got to work obviously in some. Like I said, as coaches, I'm sure Mr. Senor Salas is a man with way more experience than I have. I'm sure he saw a lot of the mistakes that were made, but that's part of, boxing. That's the beautiful thing. I don't care if you're a champion of the world, you're still learning. I don't care
Yes.
if you're the greatest coach in the world, you're always going to be learning. Boxing's a sport that you got to be on top of it, always learning,
Right.
always growing. And I think that, but overall, he deserved it. I think
Yes.
this guy, who has been knocking on the door for a title already for a long time. And that's another guy, a lot of people might say, hey, man, how come we getting hard fights? But you know what? He showed, like Sean Porter's another one,
Right.
lost some, but he never quit. Now he went and got it.
But he achieved his dream, his goal of becoming a world champ.
Right?
Is this fight against Paul Kroll, Javier, Luke, is it going 10 rounds as well? That you guys
Yeah,
know. It is?
Yeah, it's
10
10
rounds.
rounds, yeah.
Okay. What do you see in Paul Kroll's boxing style that you got to be careful with? Is it his power? Is it his amateur background? What is that you guys are, without this, disclosing your game plan, obviously, what's the one thing that stands out about Paul Kroll now that you guys are knowing who you're fighting?
You want to say?
We know he has a heavy hand, because we're going based off his record. He has seven fights, six KOs. So we know he has a heavy hand. So we gotta be smart and avoid that power, neutralize that power.
Okay. I know you don't watch your opponent's social media videos and stuff like that, Luke, but maybe Javier does. Have you seen any of his interviews, Javier? You know
No,
what his
actually,
personality is like?
I don't really I try not to get too caught up in social media stuff because, it's all a show. Like, everyone's going to talk.
Right.
I mean, that it's like those, like Fools Gone Wild says, it's a net banger thing. Everyone can talk all this big talking on the
Right.
internet and stuff like that. But actually, today I saw him for the first time. I heard him speak and stuff. But I've seen a couple of his fights. I always like to watch a fight in their beginning of their career, in the middle, and the end of their career.
Okay.
And that tells me a few things about them. He's obviously, like Luke said, he's got power. We know he's got power. So we just got to we got to be smart.
I did watch a couple of his fights, kind of did my homework on him. He does have a good job as well, a very educated job. So, yeah, he may use it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, he was going to be an Olympian, or he was an Olympian. He got caught for an attempted murder case. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not where you start, it's where you end up, So it's, almost doesn't count. That's the way I say it. I
Right.
see it. So, yeah, look, if I make fun of Flavio at the time, I go, look, because, I go, hey, Flavio's sister was a champion of the world. Where are you at,
Right.
Flavio? You champion?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, coulda, woulda, shoulda, but obviously we have respect. We don't underestimate no fighter. That's one thing. I mean, I've seen guys, Americans, go across the border to Tijuana and get knocked the hell out because they underestimated that kid. They underestimated a guy that was hungry and that goes to work and comes after work and goes to fight just to try to make extra money. And they don't even get paid a lot over there.
No, they don't.
Hungry.
Right.
They're real hungry. You underestimate them, you will be put on your back. So obviously we know that we're definitely going to respect this guy. We know that he's hungry just as we are. And at the end of the day, it's going to come down to who did their work, who worked and who put in all that work, And that's all I got to focus on. It's having Luke making sure that he's there for 10 rounds, 100%, the whole 10 rounds with oxygen.
Look, do you like the fact that you're getting all these interview requests, a little popularity that you've been getting from the from your last fight? How does that make you feel? Do you feel a responsibility? Do you feel a pressure on performing better, or do you just focus on getting the next win?
Well, I honestly, I just focus on getting the next win, but you know, all these interviews, and it feels good, you know, because it shows that people are starting to recognize me and the work I put in, you know. So it feels good. It feels good.
All right. Anything else that you guys want to add about this October 3rd card? It'll be televised on Fox Sports 1. You get to fight again on a Fox Sports card. Luke, Javier, what would you like to say to the fight fans about Luke's upcoming fight? Representing Garden Grove and fighting out of East LA.
Yeah, exactly.
Capetillo Boxing Academy, Javier.
You know, just don't miss the fight. It's going to be another good one. I've been putting in the work to, you know, give a great show, and don't miss it.
All right, Javier, any last words for this video?
Thank
you again for the opportunity.
No, thank you. I want to thank you. I want to thank all the other sites that are supporting us. Like you said, the Boxing Boys is one. You've always been one from the get-go, from the beginning. That's
Thank you. Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, no puedes jugar boxeo is another one, you know.
Mr. Ernesto Amador, yes.
Amador, yeah, you know, and Veravision, you know, they always come around too. So, I mean, you guys, you know, and you more in the sense that you've been with us since Montebello.
I was a rookie. I was learning on the fly with you guys, and I always said, you know, I was learning on the job as well. Now there's a little bit more work out there. People recognize me and stuff, but no, I haven't changed one bit. If anything, I always thank the fighters, the coaches, the trainers. They're the ones that make my fans, my fan base see my videos, and it's because of you guys, the guys that, you know, the type of work that you guys put in the gym, that I'm able to share it with the audience out there.
Thank you. And then with that said, also the fans. Absolutely, I agree with you, because that's who makes us too, the fans, you know.
Yes.
The kid goes out and fights, he's fighting for all his people, for all his fans. You know, all nationalities. Obviously, we're Mexicans, we're with the raza, we're not always but at the same time, we know we have, you know, there's no color lines with us. We, you know, we have a lot of fans from every nationality, and that's what's beautiful about it. That when we, you know, we get people from other nationalities coming, hey, Luke Santamaria, you know, and they're like, hey, good job, man, and like, damn, that's so good. You know, like, hey, thank you, my man. You know.
You guys know how many views that a card got? He got quite a few views, hundreds of thousands of views when Luke fought Michael Fox.
Right. They were Eric. You know Eric. Well, you know Eric.
Yes. Right.
Eric was telling us. Me, I'm not too good with all those number things. You know, I'll be honest. Like I said, like we're just on the grind, trying to, you know.
Right. You do read it, you see it, and it kind of makes you wonder, like, oh wow, we got all this exposure. Yes.
Right. So hopefully, you know, and that's another thing I want to all the fans to come out, and I know a lot of people tell me, oh man, I wish I could go support in the stadium, like buy a ticket. Right. But you have no idea how much you support if you tune in to this show.
Exactly.
Then they start saying, wow, every time this kid fights, he's pulling in people. Look at the ratings. So that's another help, you know, that you guys are doing for us, the fans. Right. And, you know, of course, thank our family, everyone that all the gyms that help us, all the fighters that help us with sparring, every single one that opened the doors for us. You know, we're very thankful for that, because, you know, it like I said, man, it's a whole team behind this kid. It's everyone that opens their doors and tells us, hey, go ahead, come in, we'll help you. Like Manny is one of them. You know, Yupita has been another one that's done it before in the past. And, you know, and many others. The Chinchilla's gym, we've gone over there too and sparred with good fighters over there.
Okay. So, last thing before we finish this interview, we just mentioned Flavio's name. Any updates on when he may be fighting next? Any chance he could fight on the October 3rd card, Javier?
Not on the October 3rd, but again, he's saying the October 24th. I
Okay.
haven't talked to his managers, but he's telling me that I guess in the Leo undercard,
All right.
they're kind of, he damn near said they promised him that he would fight in the Leo Santa Cruz undercard. I believe in Connecticut, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
so hopefully, you know, I mean, he's training for that. He's sparring
Okay.
already. So, you know, he's got to get ready. I told him, dude, you know, you can't let, you know, you got to outwork these guys.
All
Don't
right.
let it
Right.
get to the scorecards.
With that being said, again, I thank you guys. Let me go ahead and announce the fight for everybody else out there. Paul Kroll, an undefeated fighter from Philadelphia, is taking on Garden Grove's own, fighting out of East Los Angeles, Luke Santamaria, 11-1 with 1 draw, 7 KOs. Do not miss this fight, October 3rd, live from the Microsoft Theater. It'll be on live Fox Sports 1. Thank you guys very much, and we'll be seeing you soon. Thank you, Javier. Thank you, Luke.
Thank you.
Bye.